What's up, my dudes? Sleepy of Sleepy's Planet again. And like I promised, this is the second part of the Moreparz video reacting to Australia. So let's go.
A gorilla can't beat 100 men in a fight. He gets jumped. But that begs the question, which animal does win? And the answer, stepping into the ring at 5 meters long and weighing in at a genuinely frightening 4,500 kilos, I present to you the hippopotamus.
Really? The hippo? Aren't these guys slow as shit?
A hippo causing a 100 long line at the gates of heaven after a fight is honestly pretty plausible. You see, despite the fantastic PR work Moodang has done for the hippopotamus community, doesn't change the fact that Moto here is a sentient Ford F-150, the temperament of a fucking serial killer who can win this fight for one very specific reason. You can't fucking hurt it. Yeah! You say the hippopotamus is possibly the tankiest land animal on the fucking planet, packing an unbelievably thick 2-inch hide. Now look, we all know 2 inches is a lot, especially in the sheets, but in the streets of the African savannah, this makes them practically Don't believe me? Here is a hippopotamus walking away from 10 lions trying to convert it into a family meal.
Crazy.
Notice how the hippopotamus does not give a single fuck.
Aren't lions supposed to be like king of the jungle? But I guess that doesn't apply to like Australia. Australia is apparently a different fucking circle of hell than the jungle is. Like, what the fuck, bro?
If Mufasa and his extended family can't hurt it, neither can you. However, don't let the fact that it's walking away fool you here. The hippopotamus is not a peaceful animal. They are, in fact, violent, psychopathic,
dude was eating a fucking crocodile.
Thundercats that can and will bite you in half. A hippo's jaw produces 2,000 psi.
It's not as much as
the
earlier.
So if he catches your ass, you are the watermelon. And as if the hydraulic press wasn't bad enough, don't forget they've got 2 20-inch fangs in that mouth that'll put a hole in you big enough to stick your
tooth,
arm
dude.
through. But honestly,
dental work's gotta cost them a fucking
fortune.
fortune.
Matter. It weighs 4.5 tons and can run at 30k an hour.
Oh fuck! I thought they were
slow. Getting hit by a charging hippo is like getting hit by a fucking bus.
Oh shit!
There is no way we are winning a fight against something that could probably take out 10 people just by rolling over.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like the fucking Stampede from The Lion King, but like just hippo.
In summary, don't f with the hungry hippo.
What the hell, man? What in the actual fuck?
Komodo dragons are horror villains. I mean, seriously, this industrial-sized lizard is easily one of...
I don't know why, but I have never fucked with reptiles. I had a friend in like middle school that had a snake, and I remember watching her feed her snake like one time, and I could not fucking hang, dude. That thing just like opened its jaws and ate a live rabbit, and I was not fucking with it. I became a vegetarian for a while after. Cause I was just like, nah, like no way, man. So I don't fuck with reptiles. I don't like the Komodo dragon, man. Not my bitch.
The biggest assholes in the animal kingdom when it comes to hunting methods, packing a PhD in suffering and a double degree in biological warfare, purely because they cannot be expending effort to hunt.
Wait, what?
You see, Godzilla's little cousin here is the largest lizard in the world, weighing up to 166 kilos and being a full 3.13 meters in length, which means, for the short kings in my audience, if you're brave enough, bang a motor transport right there.
I would not recommend that, my dude.
The equivalent of a Cadillac Escalade means that the Komodo dragon needs to consume a lot of calories to keep that bulk going. However, rather than using that bulk to proactively chase down and body slam its prey, they can take down prey 3 times their size, because as if being
Do they
a
have
reptilian
toxicity
tank
or
was
whatever?
not enough, they are also
Venomous.
venomous.
Of course they
And
are.
this isn't just your run-of-the-mill snake venom that, you know, gives you a nice quick 15-minute death. No, 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 no. A Komodo hunt starts with it running up to its prey and giving it a nice big chomp on the leg, injecting it with hemorrhagic venom. After biting, the
so,
Komodo
like,
dragon
internally
comes off
bleeds?
and just sits there watching. The confused and bewildered animal runs off into the forest, leaking blood, allowing that Komodo dragon to track it like a DoorDash order. A week goes by, and that
A
bite
week?
wound isn't closing because hemorrhagic venom prevents blood clots. So, the animal is
Holy
still
shit.
slowly bleeding out, and the
Bro. Mother Nature creating this is fucked. Like, no matter what you believe in, like evolution or God or whatever, like the fact that this thing exists, this is a nightmare fuel. Why does this need to be a thing? What the fuck? This is terrifying. This is my least favorite thing by far so far in this video.
Komodo is
I don't
still
fuck with
watching.
this.
More time passes. That bite wound gets infected because Komodos are carrion feeders, meaning that the inside of their mouth is full of enough rotting flesh and bacteria to give Asmongold a run for his money. The infection begins to drain the animal's strength, and the
my
Komodo
fucking God, dude.
is still watching. Another week passes. The infection has spread, and the flesh has begun to rot. And you best believe
necrosis.
that gas lizard is still there watching like he's waiting for his meal to heat up in the microwave.
Why does he want to eat necrotic
Once
flesh,
the bleeding,
though?
disease-ridden animal becomes too exhausted to move on its own and collapses, the Komodo strolls over and eats it alive, shredding it into chunks if it's larger, or if it's small enough, swallowing it whole as it screams
like a
on the way
fucking
down.
snake?
Even for me, man, that's fucked. This is the deadliest snake in the world. Introducing the inland taipan, and being the deadliest venom noodle in the world, I will give you exactly one guess as to where it's found.
Yeah, of course.
It's Australia, of course it's fucking Australia. Be
They're all
so
Australia.
serious here. Where the else did you think you were going to find it? Canada? More specifically, as the name suggests, the taipan is found inland in the outback. Luckily, extremely far from civilization, because this homicidal hospital hose is the definition of size doesn't matter. Because despite
gonna say, it
having
looks small.
extremely small fangs for a venomous snake, coming in at only 6.2 millimeters, the taipan is here to show you that you absolutely fucking can feel less
Yeah,
than an
fuck
inch,
you,
because
size
those
queens.
fangs contain the statistically deadliest snake venom on the fucking planet. Yeah, taipan venom is a pina colada of pain, containing, but not limited to, hemotoxins to cause blood clots, myotoxins for paralysis and necrosis, nephrotoxins to shut down your kidneys, and 3 different kinds
But
of
like, why though?
neurotoxin. Needless to say, if it bites
Why
you,
was
you
this
will
necessary?
get a headache, vomit up the entire contents of your stomach, collapse to the ground in agonizing pain, and then your heart and lungs will stop, sending you to meet God in under 15 minutes.
How many things? This is like the third
And
thing
that
in this
venom
video that'll
is so
body you in
fucking
15
potent
minutes.
that one bite contains enough toxin to do that to 100 people. But
Holy
the
shit.
funniest part
That is
of
potent
this
as
snake's
fuck.
venom is that in the wild, they only hunt rats and f***ing mice. The
That's-
deadliest venom on the planet, and they are using it to pack up Remy the rat. It's like hunting a rabbit with a f***ing orc.
Yeah, that's like such a bro. That's like such a waste of your potential. You were the most like toxic snake in existence, and you just hunt mice and rats. Like, what? You could do so much more. You could be so much more, dude.
I've ever seen in my entire life.
Not the fucking bunny, dude.
This adorable little octopus is also the world's deadliest. Introducing the blue-ringed octopus, a species of cephalopod native to Australia, and in a
it's
shock to
great, so you know what
precisely
it's like.
0 people at this point, it's venomous.
Yeah, I was
because
gonna say,
of
you know
course
it's
it's
venomous.
fucking venomous. Why wouldn't it be venomous? That'd make my life way too fucking easy. Now, to its credit, unlike most of the toxic bullshit in this hellscape I call home, they at least have the common decency to be coloured like a fucking neon sign. However, it immediately loses this credit by being the octopus equivalent of a fucking hobbit, coming in smaller than a 50-cent coin. And this is a problem, because it is the most venomous octopus in the world. That's right, this fluoro spaghetti ball is packed to the brim with neurotoxin. More
Where does
specifically,
it hold it all?
tetrodotoxin. You know, the same shit that turns cooking a puff fish into a quick time event? Yeah, these little guys are packing it too. However, because it is Australian, the blue-ringed octopus is on violence timing and is the only animal in the world to use this shit as an offensive measure by way of a venomous bite. But what does the venom actually do? Well, imagine you're wading through the rock pools with the homies, and you accidentally disturb this little gentleman's residence. The blue ring, taking the American approach to home defense, suctions onto your leg and bites you. Best part, it's completely painless. So if you're distracted by how thick your mate's looking in those Speedos, you aren't going to feel shit. That is, until your face starts tingling like TV static. It's warm out here under the sun,
You're not even
but
realize
you
that.
weren't sweating like this 5 minutes ago, and now you got a headache. You start to feel sick, weak. You go to call out, but your voice comes out slurred like you just knocked back a bottle of vodka.
2 shots.
Oh shit, you get like, do you start hallucinating and shit too?
And then suddenly, your legs come out from under you, and you hit the beach.
Oh, it's like
Fun fact
paralytic?
about tetrodotoxin. It's a paralytic.
It's paralytic,
Freezes up your muscles one by one, starting with your arms and legs, which is why you're kissing the sand. You know what else is a muscle? Your diaphragm, the muscle that controls your breathing.
Oh shit, yeah.
And turns those bad boys off too. And so, your chest stops rising and falling, and you suffocate to death right there on the beach.
That sucks. Yeah, that fucking sucks,
Now,
dude.
you may be wondering, how come no one called an ambulance? That's easy. They didn't have time to. You went up to meet your ancestors in under 20 minutes. God ordered your ass with same-day shipping, and this little fucker delivered.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy, dude.
Employee of the month. This shrimp can cause
that thing's kinda
explosions.
cute, though.
My main goal is to blow up.
That thing's kinda
Introducing
cute,
the
though.
mantis shrimp, native to the West Indo-Pacific Ocean and possibly the coolest crustacean under the sea, because this fluorescent armored sausage is actually a voracious, bloodthirsty predator rocking enough surveillance equipment to scare the CIA with a weapon powerful enough
Because it's
to
toxic,
surpass
because it's
Metal
bright as
Gear.
fuck.
See, the mantis shrimp is a highly effective predator, and they find and track their prey with easily the most
Bro, the doctor disrespect cut-ins are just absolutely fucking killing me. That's funny as shit.
advanced set of eyes on the fucking planet. First off, each of these eye stalks can rotate independently like a periscope, giving them a full 360 degrees of vision. However, more importantly, they can see colours we can't. You see, the mantis shrimp's eyes contain a full 15 photoreceptor cones compared to our 3. Which is a fancy way of saying they can see in 16K HDR with ray tracing enabled at 500 render distance.
Disgusting.
Now, not only is the visual clarity unmatched, they can also see into the infrared and ultraviolet light spectrums. And despite all of this, they still can't find who asked. What they can, however, find is their next meal. The mantis shrimp subsists on a diet of fish, worms, squidward, and, most importantly, Mr. Krabs. Now, crabs famously exist inside of a defensive shell. So, how does this polite little gentleman break into the shell? Simple. He throws hands.
Wait, what?
That's right, weighing in at only 90 grams and 38 centimeters in length, the mantis shrimp has a punch that produces 15,000 newtons of force. That is 176 newtons per gram. So if a human was capable of
like,
that same
bullet
kind of
hands.
force, a right hook from someone who weighs 80 kilo would be like getting hit in the face with 6 sticks of dynamite. Now, to produce that
That's
force,
crazy.
its claw needs to be moving at 83 kilometers an hour, which is so fast it creates a vacuum in
Bro
the
needs to go
water
into, like,
called a
UFC.
cavitation bubble, which then immediately collapses at such a speed it creates a miniature explosion that flashbangs the target and reaches a temperature hotter than the surface of the sun. Mr. Krabs is getting f***ing disintegrated.
Money, money, money.
Most snails aren't scary, except for this one. This one's Australian. Introducing the cone snail, an aquatic mollusk native to the land down under. And as seems to be the requirement when sharing your postcode with a kangaroo, you guessed it, it can quite easily cause your neck snap to be in a coffin. And the way it can achieve it is this bad boy right here. You see, despite most snails having a reputation for being slow goobers that get folded by a salt shaker,
Yeah.
the cone snail is
I
a
used
highly
to-
effective ambush predator. And you may be wondering,
Okay, this is gonna be weird. So growing up, my mom always worked at like old folks' homes, and they always had like random like garden areas to go into, and because talking to old people is boring, I instead used to just go fucking play with snails when I was like a little kid, like a little kid. Now I wouldn't fucking touch a snail, but then I used to be like I was not into like, I've never been into like spiders or anything, but like snails and like roly polies and shit I would fuck with. Yeah.
how the fuck does a creature that moves slower than the GTA 6 development cycle hunt anything? Well, that's simple. It has a grappling hook. That's right, Gary's murderous little cousin here is a roadhog, mate.
Hi there.
A roadhog, man.
And he hunts by slowly but surely stalking up on his prey until he's just within range, and then bang! The cone snail does a quarter circle input, spitting out a tooth harpoon at 90 kilometers an hour. This harpoon
What the
then
fuck?
nails
Why does everything... Why does everything move so much faster than you think it would?
its prey, allowing them to reel it in like he's playing Scorpion. And in case that
That's actually
wasn't bad enough,
good analogy.
as seems to be a requirement for spawning on Australian servers, it's venomous. That
course it
harpoon
is.
also injects its prey with a highly potent neurotoxin that instantly paralyzes it. This means it cannot put up a fight, as it is sucked into the snail's ginormous maw like a nightmarish version of
Ew.
Kirby.
Yeah, I don't like
And,
ew.
you know, just in case you thought for once you might be safe, cone snail venom is potent enough to kill 700 people with one sting. Oh, yeah, and there's no anti-venom, because it's not enough that
What
it
the
can kill
fuck?
me. No, I have to die knowing there is zero counterplay. Who balanced this shit? If you see this thing T-pose,
Oh, it's an
run.
anteater, right?
Introducing the anteater, a goofy little creature native to Brazil, and to understand why the absolute stance on this bad boy is a threat to your health, you're going to have to understand a little about his lifestyle first. Now listen, I know this may come as a shock to you, but the anteater eats ants. And weighing in at 40
tracks.
kilos and 1.8 meters in length, he needs to consume upwards of 40,000 ants per day. Now, in order to help him hit his bulking goals, the anteater has a mystery mouse tool stored inside that XL sniffer. A 60 centimeter long tongue.
You know what I'm thinking. Why have we not evolved to have 60-centimeter long tongues? I could do a lot with that shit. Like, absolute definition of what that tongue do. Why can't this be me?
Designed to snake its way down an ant colony's tunnel network, smash into their living room,
I want to stick my tongue down a tunnel network, just saying.
and abduct the entire cast of Bug's life and convert
Just
them into a
saying.
high-calorie meal. However, what that tongue do only goes so far, as an ant colony can extend up to 4 meters underground, and termites live in high-rises, which means our boy here is going to have to do a little excavation to get to the goods. But last I checked, an anteater can't go down to Bunnings and buy a shovel. So how does he dig? Oh, that's simple, with the combat knives he has for claws. Yeah, anteaters are permanently cosplaying Freddy Krueger with a set of 4-inch claws, which, proving the effectiveness of a
It's
few
so
inches,
big, yeah.
can crack through f***ing concrete.
Holy shit.
Now, these work great for digging, but they are also more than capable of flatlining you. When threatened, the anteater will rear up into a defensive T-pose. This is your sign, if you are smart, to turn around and fuck all the way off. If, however, you were, say, some dumbass trophy hunter who really felt the need to try and stab an animal for no reason other than ego, the anteater will swipe at you with those claws, which are at the perfect height to nail you in a thigh, slip through your flesh like butter, and sever your femoral artery, causing you to bleed out in 2 minutes
that'd be
while
bad.
the anteater watches you go meet your ancestors. Can you imagine having to explain to your ancestors who felled woolly mammoths you got your packed up by the most unserious creature on the planet hitting a T-pose?
Yeah, Australia's like the definition of fuck around, find out, I guess.
Australia's scariest spider
Not
is
spiders,
hiding a
Gindu.
deep secret. But what is it? Well, introducing the huntsman, native to the land down under, and the #1 cause of tourists absolutely shitting themselves on camera.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, I
And
didn't
look,
like that.
in defense of said tourists, I will be the first to admit, yeah, this looks scarier than a f***ing job application.
Yeah, nah.
Those gangly ass legs
You
and the
can miss me
hair
with
make
that,
him look
fam.
like Slender Man's testicle. Now, as if having a negative charisma stat wasn't bad enough, I regret to inform you that the huntsman spider grows up to 30 fucking the largest spider on the planet by leg span, and legally allowing Subway to market him as a foot long.
Bruh.
Now, being the spider equivalent of a Ford F-150, you'd think he'd have the common decency to be slow, you know, tank build.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the huntsman is fucking turbocharged.
Oh.
Now, it's usually at this point in the video that I
Don't
would
fuck with
inform
that.
you that he is also highly venomous, because it's Australia.
Of course it is.
However, that's his big secret. The huntsman is a big sweetheart. You see, despite looking like an SCP,
What?
huntsmen are incredibly timid, and on the rare occasion they do bite, their venom is harmless. In fact, seeing one of these
I don't
bad
think
boys
that's
in
how
your house is a
venom
blessing
works.
in disguise, because if you see a huntsman in your home, I guarantee you won't see any annoying ass flies or mosquitoes, because he's eaten them. You see, he understands he's big enough that he should be paying rent, and so he contributes to the household in pest control. I personally have had one of these bad boys as an 8-legged roommate, and I can tell you they're pretty good company. Except for the part
absolutely
where they
not, dude.
cause car crashes.
Absolutely fuck not, dude.
Yeah, you see, huntsmen like to hide in tight spaces and cracks, and they do it by flattening out their body to fit into the gap. Now, in the house, that usually means you'll just find them behind a painting, but when you're flying down the highway at 110k an
Bruh.
hour and decide to flip down the sun visor because God is trying to flashbang you, yeah, they like to sleep in there, and you've just dropped one into your lap. Now, whatever you do,
Yeah, no,
don't
I'd be
panic, or you're going to
getting
crash
in an
the...
accident. Well, this video was insane. This was insane. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna keep doing stuff like this or if we're gonna watch other weird shit, I might play some like small indie games. I've been meaning to check out games from the Steam Next Fest, so I might put up some like game demo playthroughs or something. I'm still trying to figure out like what I'm doing now that I'm a mom and not like streaming really. So if you made it through this video and you're watching my shit, thanks for being here. And I'll see you in whenever the next video is. Hopefully weekly, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. If you made it to the end of the video, make sure to like and subscribe and follow for more content like this. I'm going to put videos out a couple times a week.